welcome to Planting Pings Part 2. In this video, we'll talk about how to propagate pings with leaf cuttings. This method is a type of vegetative propagation. The plants we get share the same genetic makeup as the mother plant. The baby plants are basically clones of the mother plant. We'll also talk about how to plant out these plantlets. In horticulture, or more precisely, in the carnivorous plant hobby, we divide pings into Mexican, temperate, and other. This classification divides the pings according to their growing requirements. The real phylogenetic groupings are a bit more complex though. We'll talk about both of these classifications in a future video. So, you remember these little guys, these leaves that fell off the plant when we were taking it out of the bag. What will we do with these? Pinguiculas, they actually grow a whole new plant out of leaves that break off. It's something that the vast majority of species do, and of course you can use this to just make more plants if you want more plants, I don't know, trade them, have them, whatever. Anyways, just a sec. This here is a tray that I've been planting the leaves in now for a few days. You can see like we have a lot of different species, a lot of different leaves. Everything is marked, and like then the leaves go down. So when you do this, it's very important to write your species and the date. So like you know approximately like how long it takes, you know, just try, see, maybe you can plan around this a little bit. In any case, usually for me it takes maybe 2-3 months, something like this, that you can see new plantlets starting to form. I'll show you a picture of this from last year. And then when they are, I don't know, maybe about half a year old or something, so basically next year in late spring or something, the plantlets will be big enough to transplant out on the tray. So anyways, what do? We just pick a spot, let's say here. This is the same substrate as I use for planting, like the adult plants. I see people also use sphagnum moss, or I don't know, maybe even sand, just pure sand would work. Does work actually. That's the first thing I tried. For me on sphagnum it didn't really work that well, but then again maybe I didn't didn't put it together correctly. Maybe it's just different environment. I mean, whether you're working in a house, like in a room or something, or have a terrarium set up, or it's a greenhouse, these are, I mean, in the end it has to be sort of similar conditions, but still it's pretty different. So it's not necessary that what works for you works for somebody else or something. Like, best thing is to just try a lot of options, whatever you do with plants, and then you see what works best. So this is what we do with leaves. The species I'm doing leaf cuttings with are Mexican pings. It's late autumn now, and I'm using summer leaves. This is supposed to be more difficult than by using winter leaves and making cuttings in spring. But this greenhouse gets too hot too fast in spring, and I've had much better success, as you see me doing here. Okay, this is my tray for little plantlets. You see that from last time you saw it in a video, I just changed some substrate, transplanted, moved a little bit of them, so I have space for new ones. Some stuff I already planted, like here. Yeah, again, this is the same substrate. You see, like with the ones that are from before, that it's where are you? Here you are. It's more of a sand-based thing. There is like some rocks inside, like here. Just again, the point is that it's airy and that it wicks water. So it's wet but airy. That's what these guys need. Yeah, so once they are big enough that you can handle with forceps, you put them on something like this. Again, all the papers with the dates, they go with them. There's a few exceptions to this. So one exception would be this. This is Pinguicula macroceros. It's from California, so it's not a Mexican one. It's actually more closely related to, for example, the ones we have in Slovenia. So what this one does is, you can see it has a hibernaculum here already for the winter. The leaves will die back. This is where the flower was. What this guy does, like in autumn, it grows little hibernaculums, little new buds, new plants next to it. You can see one here that still has the leaves. I don't know if you can see the bulb here. Another one here, another one here. This looks like sort of dead or something right now, but actually, okay, it's a Monty Python joke, but they are just resting. Literally, this is how they will survive the winter. So this species, I suppose it would survive outside, maybe here at the coast or something where it's a bit warmer, because obviously California is a Mediterranean climate. I don't think it would survive our winter, but still it needs a winter rest. Then moving over here, we have another North American one, again related, let's say, to our species also, or like from this group in general. This one does something even more weird. Really tiny. So this is called Pinguicula primulifolia, so primrose-leaved butterwort. It's from like North Carolina and so on, from the swamps actually. So it can grow. It's one of those that can grow on peat, but still I have it on this substrate with rocks. So what this one does is, you can see here a new plantlet forming from the tip of the leaf. Usually the plantlets, if you do like we did in the tray, they would start here at the leaf base, or the leaf meets the plant. With this one, just naturally at the end of the leaf. You have another one right here. So with these guys, you just leave them. When the plants are big enough to handle the plantlets, you can move them. But until then, just leave them alone. Okay, the Mexican ones, we have something weird also that they do. So this is introducing you to Pinguicula medusina. So Medusa hair, you know, like Medusa from Greek mythology, like with all the snakes instead of the hair and everything. I don't know, I would call it more like Pinguicula hydra or something, you know, the other creature from Greek mythology that like you hack it up and it just makes more of itself. But they don't call it that. They call it Pinguicula medusina. Why does it remind me of hydra? Because this guy also does baby plants at the leaf tips. It's just way more consistent than primulifolia, for example, because every single leaf tip, where is this, will have a plant. You see a bud here, this is forming, there is a bud here. Any leaf we look at, okay, you can't see this. Wait, if I move a little bit, no, literally, oh man, this is so hard to hold the phone like this and to show you, but we'll manage. Here, here, here. So a bunch of them. So these guys, what you do, you wait that they are big enough, or let's say the leaf tip starts drying. I have one guy right here, this guy here. I don't know if you can see. I'll get this out. So this one is somewhere in the, that we have some black background, something like this. No, yes. Anyway, let's go here. So this guy, can you see it? Okay, you can't. It's, yeah, now you can. So this, believe me, this will grow into a plantlet like this really fast, like a month or something. So what we do with this guy, I already have marked for Medusinas here. I will just put him on the top of the soil. Go, 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 little man. Okay, this is it. That's it. You just leave him like this. So when you have your tiny little plantlets and they are ready to be replanted, one option is to plant them on a rock. So you can see little guy growing here or here or here. There is more of them on the rock. This is sort of how you would find them in nature, actually, just clinging to rocks. This is just a local limestone rock. See, remember, these guys can grow on limestone. Some of them like just do that in nature. And again, very important is that you find a rock that wicks water. So this is standing in a pot here. There's water inside, and the water just rises up just by capillary force all over the rock, and this is how they get their water. You can see, since I put the rock in water, also all of this moss has just come alive and started growing. So this was also planted like in the last 2 weeks maybe. They are still tiny because they are like just baby plants. It's better to use the small ones. The big ones have more root and it will be just more stress for them. The plants will make sort of like a microenvironment up here by themselves. As they grow, their roots will just tap onto all the water sources and everything. So yeah, better to start with the small ones. And for the last part, so the ones that are big enough, they went into these pots. This is in our shop part of the greenhouse. See them? Some of them still tiny. They need to grow, like they will be let's say sellable size in spring. Maybe these bigger ones, they could already be like on offer. The rest still have to grow a little bit, or I mean, with carnivores it's also like you specify which size it is. So like for something tiny like this, I will go with XS, so extra small or something like this. These guys are probably medium already. Prices reflect this. You will get this like in basically every carnivorous plant nursery, that you can just have plants of different sizes in stock with, of course, matching prices. The bigger plants, adult ones, flowering ones, they will be the most expensive. If you don't want that, you just go for something tiny. It will grow. They will all reach the adult size. And these small ones, they will be, of course, a lot cheaper than if you get a full-size plant. So if you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you would like to own any of these wonderful plants, also please consider visiting our web store. I will put the link on the screen, or just look in the description. So have a nice day and see you next time.